everyone, welcome back to this channel. This playlist will be completely focused on machine learning. You can see these are going to be our upcoming topics. Today we will start with definition of machine learning. What is machine learning and what are the types of machine learning? Okay, let's start. First, what is machine learning? Machine learning is a technique to implement artificial intelligence that can learn from the data without being explicitly programmed. Like earlier, whenever we used to give any task to a machine, we have to code explicitly. But here in machine learning, you should not write the code explicitly. Instead, the machine will find the relationship between the data, will learn from the data, and will predict the future. Okay, so in simple language, we can say that machine learning is just technique to implement artificial intelligence which can learn without explicit coding. Okay. Now, what are the types of machine learning? There are mainly three types. One is supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Now, what is supervised learning and unsupervised learning? Supervised learning and unsupervised learning is completely opposite to each other. In machine learning, we work with a data set. The machine finds the hidden patterns and machine predicts the output. Okay, so for that, we have to give a data set to the machine. Fine. Now suppose you have a data set. In the data set, you have the input as well as you have the associated output. That data set is known as a labeled data set. Like see here. I have number of bedrooms in an apartment. I have number of bathrooms in an apartment. And then there is a price depending on bedrooms and bathrooms. So this data set is a labeled data set because here bedrooms input, bathrooms input, price is the output. So for every input there is a associated corresponding output. So we can say this is a labeled data set, and if the machine works on this data set, then it is known as supervised learning. Exact opposite is unsupervised learning. In unsupervised learning, you don't have this corresponding output. Your dataset is not labeled. Machine has to find the predictions or patterns. That is what known as unsupervised learning. You understand the difference? I can give you one more example. Like you have many pictures, okay, but if every picture is labeled, like it is a picture of cat, it is a picture of dog, it is a picture of a cow, then it is known as label dataset. So you are working on label dataset. This is supervised learning. But when you have the pictures, but you don't have the name, you don't have the output, picture of which animal, you don't have that. That is an unlabeled dataset. And when you are working with unlabeled dataset, that is known as unsupervised learning. Okay. See, you can read the definition here. A model is trained on a labeled dataset, which means each input in the training is associated with corresponding output. That's what we have just read. Unsupervised learning, in this method, the data doesn't have the explicit instructions. The goal is to find the pattern, relationship, structure with the data within the data on its own. Okay. Unlike supervised learning, there are no labeled outputs or no target variables provided. Clear? Now next is reinforcement learning. Reinforcement learning, see here. I have written a complete blog on reinforcement learning. Small blog written in a funny manner. See here. The baby, he does not know what to do, what not to do. Suppose he takes books and then he gets rewarded because his parents become happy, give him a reward. Okay. So he understands that this is correct. Now, suppose he goes and watch TV. Then his parents become angry and give him some punishment. Then he understands that watching TV is not good. You have not given him any explicit instructions. Instead, whatever he is doing, you are either punishing him or her or rewarding him or her. This is the way the baby learns. Same here, machine. Here it is called an agent. An agent learns by interacting with the environment. Environment means the work he is doing. Whenever he is punished, he thinks that he has done something wrong and he will not do that. Whenever he is rewarded, he thinks that he has done something good. So, this is the way the machine learns. That's what comes under reinforcement learning. Okay. Now, see here, I have described some key terms. Agent, that is the entity or system that is making decisions. Environment, the external system with which the agent operates or make decisions. Action means work, whatever it is performing, either good or bad. Next is reward. Reward means he may be punished or he may be awarded. Okay. So this is what is known as reinforcement learning. So we have studied what is machine learning and what are the types of machine learning. To summarize, machine learning is where you don't explicitly code. Instead, the machine learns from the data. Okay. Second, there are three types of machine learning. Supervised, that means you have an associated output with the input, you have a labeled dataset. Unsupervised learning, you don't have a labeled dataset, you segregate, you make a pattern, you cluster them. This comes under unsupervised learning. Third one is reinforcement learning, where you don't give anything, any explicitly instructions. Instead, the agent works with the environment and depending on the punishment or reward it gets, it learns. Okay, that is what is reinforcement learning. So these are the some basic concepts and we are going to learn many algorithms based on these concepts. Okay. So bye, happy learning.